So if you could go back to that Bible, like, oh yeah, this is the Noah's Ark days. We have crisis, we're losing species, but who are we to say that they are ours? The earth is not ours. You know, we know our origin stories as Native people. It doesn't come from the imagination of humans.
So I see this deep inability to be with the grief of the earth. But you also you had a thread there, you were saying that therefore science was dictating something. And that's why maybe I'd love for you to pick up that thread.
I think science is dictating how people should think. And since we're in the duality of right and wrong, or peace and war, dark and light, it's too easy to vote and say yes or no, Democrat, Republican here in this country. But you know, when I was asked, well, are you Republican or are you Democrat? And I said, no, I'm an indigenous person. I will think of Earth first, not just the human species. I think that's what in our ways that we think too much of ourselves, and yet we're in search of God, so to speak, not as Native peoples who know that this is where it is for us, right? And it's too dry for a lot of people to understand. This reality is so beautiful that you can actually work, quote unquote, and see as a magi, one who works with the earth, uses tools of the earth properly, rather than as a magician that we're seeing fly around in space. And that's the illusion of it. And it's misleading a lot of people. So if you could go back to that Bible, like, oh yeah, this is the Noah's Ark days. We have crisis, we're losing species, but who are we to say that they are ours? The earth is not ours. You know, we know our origin stories as Native people. It doesn't come from the imagination of humans, because now science is science, I can say, is on the verge of validating ours, but we don't need, as indigenous peoples, for science to validate why we're here. We know who we are. We're not trying to understand why we are here, because our job is to learn how to live with the earth. And we haven't done that. About all the human cultures, ideas that are presently ongoing, the one word that has really offset a lot of people is called nature or environment. Of course, you're going to have distancing language to say it's over there subjectively. And we don't have that in our language, because that's what we are. That's who we are. And so there's no separation. Again, you know, we have science dictating to people so that there's no experience with the earth.